Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? I just wanted to, this is Ed. I just wanted to show y'all my homemade skimmer. This came out of my 55-gallon aquarium. I've already posted my 125 and showed you how it works. It works great. This is the first one I made for the 55. I had the 55 first. Just wanted to show you a little bit about it. The pump quit working, but I've been working on it tonight, and I wanted to show everybody, my homemade skimmer before I put it all back together and put it in the aquarium. And then I'll show you once it's in there on another video on how it works. Okay, this is a 2-liter Pepsi bottle. This is a 2-liter Pepsi bottle. Like I said, it's the first one I made. I took 3/4 inch PVC pipe. I cut a hole in the side of the bottle right there and put a fitting in there, just big enough where I could actually thread the fitting in through the bottle. Took a razor knife and cut the hole smaller than the fitting, and that way I could actually screw it in there. Then I went ahead and siliconed it with aquarium safe silicone. And of course, if you look at it, it looks a mess. It's really a mess around there. It could have been a cleaner job, but it's inside the sump. Nobody sees it, so it don't have to be great looking. Okay, and this is what the pump hooks to right here. Okay, and it's almost all the way to the top. It's about at the right position, and it's almost all the way at the top. I could have put it, if I had a 3/4 inch pipe, I usually put it maybe just a little bit higher up, just close enough to where when the bottle starts getting smaller like a funnel, stop it just below that, and that'd be perfect. That's how I got the one that I made for my 125. And then this one here, this pipe here, this is the, I guess you can call it the exhaust pipe, exit pipe, whatever you want to call it. This is what allows the water, once this one pumps water in from the pump, it's bubbling all over the place. This one right here, is 3/4 pipe also, and I did the same thing. I cut a hole in the side of the bottle, small enough where I can thread a male adapter in there and all. And this is the one that I use to adjust the water flow. In other words, it's not glued. Right here there's a piece of PVC pipe, and this 90 slips over the PVC pipe, and that's all it does. It fits tight and snug. So what I do is, as I'm adjusting my flow of water, if you bring it up, it'll make the water go up. If you bring it down, the water will go down. So what I'll do is I'll normally stop it right here where the funnel starts for the excess water, and that way you got bubbles from here all the way up to the catch basin. And that is the operation of this homemade 2-liter Pepsi bottle skimmer. Okay, now this is what I use for the catch basin. It's kind of funny because it says crackerbarell on it. It needs to be clear. Like on my 125, I used one of those DVD, CD packs that you buy, get like 50 in a pack or something like that. I took all the CDs out of that, and it's like this right here, but it's really the top. And I cut a hole in the bottom of it just like I did this one. I took the Pepsi bottle top and super glued it to the butter dish. Then I cut a hole in the butter dish and in the top with a razor knife. I super glued the top to the butter dish, and then I used aquarium safe silicone and let it sit up for 48 hours, 24-48 hours. That way it's good and tight, because as you take this on and off the bottle, it's liable to break loose. But I've had it on there a while and it hasn't broke loose yet. You just don't put it on there real tight. And on the inside, that is part of a undergravel filter tube that you get for an underground filter for an aquarium. That is the sleeve. That black part is the sleeve. I glued it and siliconed it to the inside of the butter dish, and then I put this sleeve, this tube inside that sleeve, and it's about a ½ inch from the top. I stopped the top, I cut it off where it's almost a ½ inch to the top. That way it gives room for the bubbles to come up and flow over. And that is the catch basin. The Pepsi bottle is not quite high enough. It should be higher, because that way then you can drill a hole in the side, put your fitting in there with a tube to catch your skim mate, and put it in another jug under the aquarium where it will catch it. What I have to do is I got either an aquarium tubing, airline tubing, and I'll siphon it out from here into a jug and then pour it out in the sink, or either I'll get it low enough and then I'll just take this top off of the bottle and carry this into the sink and dump it. You can do it one or two ways. Once you get a mouthful of that stuff, you start taking the top off, unless you have one of them what do you call it, the pumps that suck out, that suck the air instead of pump it out for your automatic top off. But anyway, it works great. Like I said, this needs to be clear, but if you check it every other day, like this one in the 55, this don't hardly fill up at all, because there's only that lionfish, and I don't overfeed them or nothing like that, so there's really not a whole lot of skim mate in there, so it don't really affect it much. And what I do, how it works is you take your 2-liter Pepsi bottle and your great looking Cracker Barrel butter dish, and you put them together. All you do is just screw this to this, like so. And that is your skimmer with your Cracker Barrel butter dish. Okay. And the other thing is, if I can find it, I brought my pump in here. Give me just a second, please. My pump is right here, and what it does, it just slides on the fitting like this, and then that is your pump with your skimmer. Of course, right here is the other thing I need to show you, if I can get it set right where you can see it. There is a nozzle, this nozzle right here, okay? It has a, let's see if I can get the light, there it is. Right there, that nozzle, you put a aquarium tubing on it with a valve of some kind, and that adjusts the airflow, and that airflow adjusts how big or how small you want your bubbles or your foam to go into the skimmer. And that's how I adjust the flow of the foam. And that is the overall look of my homemade skimmer. Now, one more thing. The top, you can put the top on it or you can leave it off. It don't matter. I just lay the top on there. I don't snap it on tight. I just lay it on there, so if the bubbles get sometimes out of hand, sometimes they'll unjust and stuff, and they get bigger, they'll pop, and it just sprays everywhere. I just lay the top on top. Now on the top of the lid, I drill me, you don't have to cut in but one hole. I was trying things out. I took a lid, tubing and put through the hole, so I wouldn't have to worry about taking it, but then you can't see what you got, so anyway, you have to have a hole in the top because of the air. It'll make a suction and stuff, and it'll start bowing. It just won't work right without having some kind of air hole in the top. So, but anyway, that is my homemade skimmer, 2-liter skimmer. And when I get it all hooked up back in my aquarium, I'll show you how it works and how it adjusts in the aquarium. Thanks a lot. Give me some comments. Show me if you like it or don't like. Like I said, I'm still new at this. Give me some information. One day I'm gonna get a real skimmer, but hey, I've had the skimmer for about 2 years, and these things work great. You know, why spend a bunch of money when you don't have to? The way the economy is, you know, it all works the same. It all depends on what you want, and you can't see it because it's in the cabinet. So, you know, as long as it works, so be it. But anybody has, you know, any other ideas where I can make it better? Or, like I said, this is my first one I made. It's kind of, you know, yucky looking because of the way the silicone's on it and all. But the one I made with the 3/4 inch pipe, it works better. And if you make one with a 3/4 inch pipe, you do it the same way. The only thing is you can bring the inlet a little higher up, and it'll turn clockwise. This one here, the pipe is 1 inch. When this one goes in, it goes straight in and just splashes everywhere. So it really don't do that great. But the 3/4 inch, the one I made with the 3/4 inch pipe, it does 100% better, and it puts out some skim. Thank you. Let me know what you think about this, and like I said, when I get this one installed and everything, I'll make an update and show everybody how it works. Thanks a lot.